Hello everyone, it's 6 p.m. here in London and I'm gonna film a video with this palette. It's called Strange and Unusual from Beaute Bar. It's my first purchase actually from the brand. I've never tried anything from them, so let's hope it's gonna be great. Just the inside, it has a couple of formulas. There are mattes, there are shimmers, multichromes, duochromes. And I have to say the color story really is a bit of an unusual one. So that's the name of the palette, and you can see it's inspired by Beetlejuice. So I'm gonna insert the swatches right now. So while you were watching the swatches, I primed my eyes with my Sigma primer stick in the shade Persuade. I'm thinking I'm just gonna start with the lower lash line, which is unusual for me, but this is an unusual palette, so let's do that. So I think I'm gonna start with this purple and then deepen it up with this one like I would be using shimmer. So let's see how it's gonna do, and then probably gonna do something with these greens on the lid. I'm gonna start with this purple shade, Beetlejuice. I'm gonna put this all over my lower lash line and smudge it a little bit. I'm using like a smudger brush from Hema. It's number 102. I just bought it like randomly at the airport. I think this is the only brush I have from them. So I'm taking the shadow all over the lower lash line and smoking it out a bit wider, because I'm gonna still use the black closer to the lash line, or at least on the outer corner. So let's go a bit bold. Doing the same thing on the other eye, and so far this purple shade looks really good. It's really easy to work with. Purple shadows are one of the hardest to formulate, and this one so far is really good. The right eye is a little bit watery, so if it looks patchy in my outer corner, it's not because of the shadow, it's because my eye just doesn't like the makeup today. I do. I know it's looking a bit weird right now because I don't have anything on the top of the lid, but just trust the process. So now we're gonna dip into the black shade. You see on the camera, you see the sparkles. There's some like a tealy and purpley, which might not show on the camera, but it's basically a black matte with some kind of sparkles inside. So we're gonna take the shade on this Zoeva 240. There's a hair. Okay, I'm gonna dip that, and I'm gonna put it right in my outer corner, just close to the water, really close to the water line. And we're just gonna deepen up the purple shade. So the shadows can really build on top of each other, which is good. I have one plus point. I don't think I'm gonna take it all the way in, because I just don't want to have too much black inside in the inner portions of the eye. So I'm just gonna leave it in like this half of the line and in the other corner. I'm gonna just do like a straight liner, not wing but straight. I don't know why, just kind of feel like it. Kind of looks interesting. I have no idea what we're gonna do with it when I will be doing the rest of the eye, but we're gonna see. And it's looking like most of the sparkles just blend away, which was expected, because that's what usually happens with these type of shadows. I actually have some clean brushes today, and I have, even though my best brushes are just drying because I cleaned them today, I still have some left. I decided I'm gonna go for this shade. It's Beetlejuice, but with a different spelling. Maybe let's call it Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, like a beetle and a goose together. Okay, don't mind. So we're gonna take this Beetlejuice shade and I'm gonna put it all over my crease. I'm using the Gimme Glow G630 brush and just little by little, just build up in the crease and probably like most of the lid. This one feels a little bit dry, but it might be, and I think it is the primer, because the Sigma primer, it really has like a super dry texture, so but it's blending really nicely. So I swapped my brush and now I'm using the Refer 12 and I'm trying to build up the green color in the outer corner because I needed like a denser brush to get more pigment from it. That's what you can do, like if you don't really want to use many colors for blending, you can just play with the brushes. You can even use like a more tapered brush or a little like thinner brush for doing something lighter, like a light wash of color, and you can use a denser brush to have it more intense and get more pigment. And it's gonna help you with the blending. Even one shade can look very different with a different type of brush. Okay, so I just ran out of my battery and I got my food delivered, so let's hope we are back in focus. And let's try to finish this so I can eat. Okay, now we're gonna dip into the lighter green, which is called Recently Deceased. And I'm gonna go to the inner part of the eye. This is like a random brush from Simply Essential E04. Very, very old. So this shade, even though it looks like a proper neon in the palette, is a little bit more sheer side, but I'm not gonna like try to build it up because I'm gonna cover most of it with a shimmer anyway, and I'm using it to soften up the green and make the transition to the inner part of the eye. I can use it as well to blend a little bit on the edge, make it more seamless. So far I really like these tones of colors, and I love green and purple together. We're gonna leave the inner corner later and we're gonna do the shimmer. So I really want to dip into this one. I think all the green on the top of the lid is just calling for it, and this one is called Lost Souls, and I think I'm just gonna use my finger. Let's just go there. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it, wow, all over the lid. It's like a olive green with gold and peach. It's really beautiful. I'm gonna use the same brush that I was using for the green shade just to blend the edges a bit, but I'm gonna leave the intensity in the middle. So it's just gonna be like disappearing into the green. So we are putting the matte white bar brush shade in the inner corner, and then we're gonna top it up with the, which one? With the sandworm. This brush is a little bit too big, but all my small brushes are wet. Blend it off. it. So now I'm gonna use my pinky. Gonna dip into the sandworm shade. Sparkly. I'm gonna go in the inner corner. Ooh. Even my finger is too big. I should have used a brush. Found like a little small brush from number 7. Gonna spray it. I'm gonna fix it a little bit because the finger is really too big, and I want to put this shade on my lower lash line a little bit. I'm actually gonna spread the shade a little bit, pull it up and pull it towards the inside of the lid and on the bottom lash line. These shades remind me of the opal shade from Serenity palette, with the transparent base and like aqua teal shift. So we have quite a lot of fallout here, and that's because I was using my finger. But we're gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna finish the eye and I'm gonna come back to show you the finished result. So this is the final look. I finished everything with just a mini mascara from YSL. Liners I'm wearing are these 3. These 2 are from Kiko Milano. I have the purple on the top. This one is Lasting Precision, the shade 05 purple. This is the rectangular one. And on the top of that I have a little bit of the Black Extreme liner. This one has a felt tip. This one is from Collective. So these 2 are on top. And this one is Color Kayal from Kiko Milano as well, and the shade 09. This one is just a regular Kayal pencil, and this one is the dark blue, and I have it inside my waterline because I didn't want to go like all black, and it's actually really nice touch, the blue line inside. As a base I used just the skin tint from NYX, Bear With Me, in the shade of Pale Light, and a little bit of blush. This one is Colourpop Prenup, and I used an eyeshadow from Tomato Nuka as a highlighter. I'm not sure about the name though, because I have I have the name only in Russian. This is the shade, and I'm gonna try to look it up and put it in the description box, but I'm really sure. It's one of those iridescent but like a green shimmer, and because it has a transparent base, it's really nice as a highlighter. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it just really matches the green look. And on my lips I'm wearing lip liner and lipstick, both from MAC. The lip liner is in shade Edge to Edge. It's like a basic pinkish nude. The lipstick is one of my favorite formulas, Powder Kiss, and this shade is Ripened. It's like a nude but really purple. For me it's like a nude because my lips are basically purple. So that's it. Yeah, let's talk about the palette. I will show you one more time the inside. Let's take first the matte shades. What I used is, I used the purple, this murky green, the black one. These 3 shades were really pigmented, easy to build up and blend. Then this one, for example, even the white, and from the swatching I would assume that this one is going to be the same. They are a bit on the sheer side, so you're going to have to work differently with them. So I would say the palette is not beginner friendly in terms of the formulas. You need to just get used to using the mattes for different purposes and with different techniques. Okay, the shimmers. So far from the swatches and from the shades that I used, they have very different formulas. There are some multichrome, some regular shimmers, some duochromes. I mean, I can't wait to use like this Witch Doctor shade this Afterlife is gonna be just gorgeous, slapped over the lid. Even the even this bright orange, like, I'm not a lover of orange shades, you know that if you know me, but this one just, there's something about it. I think every shade in this palette is unique and has a place here, and looking at this color story I just feel really inspired. I have to figure out how to end videos because I have no idea what to say. So this is everything for today. Thank you for watching. You can hit that button, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. If you want to see more content, subscribe to my channel because I'm not uploading very regularly. So if you want to be notified, either follow my Instagram account or follow me here as well, and you'll see when I do something else. I can't tell you when it's gonna be because I have no idea. See you next time.